it's your girl Miliana and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about my labor slash delivery. Please don't mind my voice. The voice has not come back yet. And it started on the 4th. That was the labor. On the 4th of October, around 12 a.m. I was having contractions, but I was like, I can hold it till morning. I never wanted disturbing anybody about let's go to the hospital at that moment, because I don't want to go to the hospital and come back home. So I had to just keep it in, the pain, everything. I was just absorbing it till around 5. I couldn't bear it anymore. So I came out of the room and I went to my mom's room and I told her that I have been having contractions since morning. So she was like, okay, she have to check how many centimeters have gone because she's a medical personnel. Then she said, okay, we should stay at home for a while before going to the hospital. God. Whenever the contraction comes, I feel so bad. Not bad that I'm giving birth that day, no, but the pains was too much for me to bear. So I had to be walking around in the house. My husband was just following me, videoing me. I was like, if you don't get out from this place, I'm going to slap you, because whenever the contraction comes, I feel like I should just strangle him. But he helped me, and my brother was there with me. He didn't even go to work that day. And my friend who was here with me, we were just going around the house. I was not even putting on bra, and I was not ashamed to be on camera. It was not my choice though, they forced me. So that's how we continue moving at home. God, women, I give you guys your crowns. It's not easy. Hey. So we later went to the hospital around 9-10, around that time. Prior to that time, when I came to Kaduna on the 16th of September, I was like hoping and believing, because my EDD was 23rd October. So I was like, I want to come home early to register for antenatal here in the hospital to give birth. So when I came, I couldn't go to the hospital that week. It was the following week I went to the hospital. That will be on the 23rd of September. That is on Monday. That was when I went for registration for antenatal. So when I went, and my mom discovered I was pale. So they had to run some tests on me, and they discovered I was not having enough blood. So I had to get 2 pints of blood. I was admitted on the 26th. That will be on Thursday. That was when I was admitted to the hospital, and I got 2 pints of blood. Then I was discharged on the 28th. That will be on Saturday. So when I was discharged, we came back home. That was when I started eating more veggies and stuff. So we went back on the 30th. That was on Monday, to check if I was okay. So on that 26th, they did scanning on me again. That was when my EDD changed from 23rd. The first EDD I had, the first time I did scanning, my EDD was 23rd October. So on the 26th, I went for another test scan. So they said I was due on the 3rd of October, as in like 20 days apart. So it was like, I was like, okay, you expect to deliver 2 weeks before your EDD or 2 weeks after your EDD. So I was fine with it. So that was when everything was going smoothly till on the 4th. That was when I started labor around that 12 I told you about. So we went to the hospital. They said I should walk around, move, so that the CM will increase, stuff like that. So they asked me to move around. So it was not easy. We moved around. They induced me. That was around, I think around 6 years. So the contractions started coming like 2 minutes apart. So it was not easy, but I was in the labor room with my mom, my sister-in-law, and my elder brother. But guess who was not in that labor room with me? My husband. He was at the ward they put us in. He was scared to come and see me. Like, I had to even call him to come and let me see him. So when he came, he couldn't even look at me in the eyes. He was like looking down. I know he was feeling as if the ground should open and swallow him at that moment. Because anytime the contraction comes, I will cry. And I guess he was feeling very bad for me. And he was scared at the same time. So he just had to even leave the labor room. He was like, I'm coming. He went out. That was the last I saw him. God. So by 8, 9, the contraction, I was in full labor. Not even contraction, I was in full labor at that moment. Then I started pushing. I was pushing till around 11:31. I gave birth, and I never knew I had tear. It was when my mom was telling me that they have to stitch me. I was like, stitch me? Why? She said I have 2nd degree tear. God. I don't know what that means in medical term, but I know it was not good. So the nurse stitched me, and God, it was painful. It was really painful. I was shouting. My husband was like in the other room thinking, what was wrong? That was when I came out. He told me, he was like, you were shouting after the baby was with me. You were shouting. I was like, they say I had 2nd degree tear, so they had to stitch me. So we stayed in the hospital till the next day. Then I was discharged. So after being discharged, we came back home, and I was sitting on warm, salty water. Then I discovered that I was bleeding much. So I told my mom about it. She was like, it's not good. We have to go back to the hospital. So when we went back to the hospital, they said the stitch they made was not good enough. That was not being stitched inside. That they have to restitch me. Oh God. Any woman that have gone through stitching, like for the 2nd time, you know what I mean. And for the men and single ladies, it's very bad because I was sore down there. So they had to put me on anesthesia and restitch me. God. As in, it was more painful than the labor I went through. It was very painful. I was just shouting, it's paining me, it's paining me. That was when they brought me back to the ward. I was telling my mom, it's painful, I can't bear this. Oh God. I cried. So we stayed in the hospital for another 2 days, and I lost a lot of blood, so they had to give me another 2 pints of blood. Shout out to my sister-in-law and her Caesar. They came to the rescue. So After I collected the 2 pints of blood, I was getting more better. Then I was not having breast milk. My baby did not drink breast milk for the first 4 days of his life because I was dry. So with time I had enough breast milk. Like within 2 days, I had enough breast milk. Like if you don't need breast milk, I can send breast milk to you. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more updates when we drop videos. I can't wait to share this experience of being a mom with you guys. For anyone hoping and praying to have a child, don't worry, yours is on the way. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Love you.